Hey YouTubers, what's going on? So today is going to be the first edition of Ask Jade, and today I'm going to be doing a few questions put into one video. I think that's the most efficient way to do it because I actually have gotten a lot of emails and a lot of questions. So here I'm going to basically do ones that I feel kind of relate to each other in the same video. So this one, first edition, is going to be on everything college related, and I'm excited about this one because, as if you guys don't know or haven't seen my Follow My Dreams or Follow Your Dreams video, I talk about what I'm going into as a profession, and that is going into student affairs, higher education. So that is literally all about your college experience and student development and kind of getting the most out of that experience of being a college student and using resources and things like that on your campus. So I'm like, yay, this is perfect for my first one. First question is from a girl named Cody Jackson, and this was her question. So, Cody, what's up, girl? So, I've actually had many different experiences with random roommates. I've had actually a lot of roommates in the past almost 4 years now that I've been in college. I've had roommates that I knew before, and I've had roommates that I didn't know at all before. And honestly, for me personally, and again, this is all based on my experience. So, when I actually knew my roommates, it was a very good situation. Because I knew them beforehand, I was able to kind of get a gist of like how they were as people, kind of understand them and ask them real questions like, are you a germaphobe? Like, I could ask those kinds of questions because I knew them prior to. So that was a really good thing for me because personally, when I'm at home, like, I want to be at home. I don't want to worry about getting to know somebody at home. And that's just me personally. I think it's because I am 22 now and I've had so many bad experiences, honestly, with roommates that now it's kind of like I like knowing my roommates prior to better. And it seems like every time I knew my roommates prior to, it was a better situation. So I had a roommate that I knew in high school for my freshman year of college in a dorm where we shared, it was 2 beds in a single bedroom, and we shared the bathroom with 2 other girls, you know, our suite mates. So that actually wasn't bad at all. I mean, we went to 2 different high schools, but we were cool prior to, and so it worked out great. I mean, we could have real conversations with each other. She was not dirty. She wasn't hard to get along with or live with at all. So I actually had a really great experience living in a dorm with somebody that I knew. And then when I first moved into an apartment, I moved in again with one of my friends that I met in college my freshman year, and that was a really good situation as well. Only thing was, she was not as I guess homey. I don't even know how to explain that. She didn't really take care of the house much. She didn't do a lot of grocery shopping. So, but that was fine with me because I wasn't really tripping because it wasn't a problem for me. But other things happened in that situation where she had to leave in the middle of the year, so she wasn't my roommate anymore. But then I got another roommate, and which was my first random roommate ever, and it was a disaster. Like, this girl, she was 2-3 years older than me. She completely took over my apartment. I was in a 2-bedroom. She completely took over my apartment. Like, when I say I was in a fully furnished apartment, and in fully furnished apartments, you get the basics. You get, you know, table, bed, you know, little stuff that comes in your apartment. When I say she completely filled the apartment with her stuff, like, it was like, it didn't even look like the same place, which kind of bothered me because I was like, you know, I've been here and you totally, like, changed the whole scene in here. So, but that wasn't really tripping or whatever, but ended up happening, she ended up moving out because one night she had her friends over, 2 guys, and this was a white girl, and her guy friends and her were being really loud and just talking a lot. I could tell that they were drunk. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning. I had a dog at that time, so it was during the week, and my dog was barking like crazy in my room. Like, I could not sleep at all. And I literally been up listening to them talk, and my dog barked for like an hour trying to go back to sleep without saying anything. But as I'm trying to go to sleep and calm down, because I'm really heated at this point, because I had to go to school and I had work at 8 o'clock in the next morning, so I was really pissed off. And all of a sudden I start hearing them using the N-word and referencing some people outside of our apartment as N-words. And that threw me. Like, that was it. I was like, are you serious? Are you serious? So I hopped my butt up and started cussing out the two friends and her and everything. And I was like, if you really want to see some real ends, then I can call some up for you right now if you want to keep using that word. You will not use that word in my apartment. You will apologize to me for using that verbiage in my apartment. Get that? I was furious, okay? So that was a terrible situation, which ended up her moving out, whatever. So then I had 2 roommates that I knew after that, and I moved in with my sister, so it was 4 of us, and that was awesome. Like, that was so cool. We all knew each other. We were all super cool, and it was a great living situation for me personally. Then now I have 2 more random roommates that I really don't get along with, nor do I care to talk to. And I know some people can say that that's mean or that's rude, that you don't care about getting to know your roommates, things like that. But honestly, when I've gone through a lot with my living situation, I'm not a very open person anyway when it comes to my private life, my home life. I don't like to mess with it. So personally, I don't do well with random roommates for a long period of time. I can go to like conferences or camps and things like that and stay with people that I don't know very easily. I'm not social, but when it's like my home base, I don't like when it's people in there that I don't know, and then they don't function like I do. So I'm just one of the people that I can't live with people on a regular basis that I don't know. But advice wise, definitely get to know her as much as possible. As you can tell, like, my experience has kind of been all over the place when it comes to roommates. So really get to know them first, ask them real questions, be honest with them about you also. Like, if you know that you don't wash dishes every day or take out the trash every day, tell them that. Say, hey, let's kind of already know the situation. Like, I don't like doing dishes, but I'll take out the trash if you like doing dishes. Or are we going to share our food? Are we going to have separate cabinets? Are we going to have separate areas in the refrigerator? Establish those kind of limits and boundaries before you move in, so everything is crystal clear once you get there. Because I think that's one of the problems that I've had, is that we never established limits or boundaries with my roommates that I didn't know. But with the ones that I did know, I established boundaries with them, and it worked great. So that may be part of the problem, is because when I didn't know people, I wasn't ready to sit down and just be like, okay, well, I've been here for a long time already, so this is how it's gonna work. Either you work with it or not. I didn't want to be like that, but at the same time, that's how I felt. Yes, I know it's terrible, but that's just how I am. Don't judge me. I'm human. I have my imperfections. But anyway, so definitely get to know her as much as possible before you move in. As much as possible, because it's really a 50-50 chance that either it's going to be a really great experience or really terrible, or it really can be anything when it comes to a random roommate. So do it if you feel comfortable, if you know that you're an easygoing person when it comes to your house and things like that. If you're not, don't do the random roommate thing. You're better off living by yourself, or at least finding one of your friends to stay with.